Right, good morning, team. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Just making sure I've got my bits and pieces all set up, ready to rock and roll for you. Better turn off all my bloody notifications and bits and pieces. Hope you're doing well. Sorry, team, I'm going to jump in front of you here for a sec. One thing that I'm sure you're all well aware of, which we need to do constantly, oil your chain. Okay, maintenance on the machine. So I'm just going to do it myself right now. I'm going to set a good example. Have to set a good example these days, just the way that it works. So today you guys can have a look in the background, see what we're up to. We'll make some informed decisions around that very shortly. So if you have or have not, man, that's a bit loud there, Eric, making sure that you're keeping up to scratch on all your cleanliness. It's good for hygiene. I've got other people using it now. If you have or haven't done it before, clear chain oil. Okay. Easiest way around this is to put it on, lather it on, good amount inside a dirty old rag. Okay. And 2 people job if you can, or else 1 person. Pull your chain right out. Okay. And then just get in as far as you can with the long arms, and just get some oil onto there as far up in as you can. Okay, and you'll see that it'll come out pretty bloody dirty on your rag. Okay, the other thing too, while we're at it, and I'm just going to sneak this way, screwdriver. Okay, I'm not going to do it now, obviously, but you'll find that all of the little screws on your flywheel up on here, okay, undo all of those, take your flywheel off. It's just the cover on the outside, and you'll be able to clean all the dust off. It'll be real dusty inside your flywheel, okay. It only take you 5 minutes. Don't do it now, but the machine's always sucking in dust because it's sucking in air, so the dust just forms right in on the grate, okay? And so it's just a matter of making sure that that's clean. There's not too much dust in there, because otherwise, if you are in a dusty environment, your drag factor can actually be different because, as I say, if you don't keep checking your number over time, and we're talking over a little bit of time, the number that is on the screen won't actually match the number that you've got set on the handle, okay? So just a tips piece of advice on that front. So good to keep good to keep everything clean, good to keep everything in bloody good working order. Okay, so let's move on. Workout today, if you've seen it in the background, same as we're just mixing stuff up. 12-minute pieces. So it's a reasonably longish workout today. Only a short rest. The first couple of pieces, we're just literally going to be trucking along, good rhythm, good rate. First one, we're going to split up. And so I was thinking about it, and somebody asked me the question the other day. They're like, why is all your stuff done in like even numbers? And I was like, I have no idea. It's literally just something that I've done. And so today we're going to go away from some even numbers, just for some of the workout. And yeah, so it's just literally the first part of this, really, really easy. And we're only going to start ramping it up into the last into the last set, which should be a bit of fun. Okay, so the first one's 3-minute breaks, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so we're actually going to keep it quite slow. We're going to look at our rhythm and our flow, because when we're down at 18, we've got all of this time coming forward. So we're going to talk about that a little bit while we do it. Then when we go in the second one, we're just doing 4 minutes, same again, 20, 21, 22. So it's a nice, easy free. We'll be in a good position. Heart rate's going to be in a good zone, etc. Then we get into the third piece, We're just doing 4 minutes at 20, 4 minutes at 22, and then we do 2 minutes at 24, 2 minutes at 26. So you guys don't need to worry too much because we'll talk about it in each of the breaks, and ultimately I'll be the one calling the changes anyway. And then our last set, we start at 18 and we go up 1 point in rate every minute all the way. So we end up on 29 if I did my maths right. Yes, 29. I had to do that again. It's about the third time I've done it in my head. So that one there, we're just going to keep adding, keep the flow, keep the rhythm. And because it's only a minute, we don't have a lot of time to find that rhythm. So we have to make it happen pretty soon, pretty quick, straight away. Okay. So it'll only be about the last 3 or 4 minutes when we're starting to actually get up to that speed. But we're looking for efficiency. We're looking for a nice, easy flow and a nice rhythm. Okay, so that's what we're doing today. The other thing too, apologies around all the time zones and changes and et cetera. New Zealand's just clicked over to daylight savings. Yes. Why? Because we're coming into summer. So sorry about everybody over there in the northern hemisphere. The Earth's just about to do another tilt. You guys are about to go into your cold weather in the next few months. While we're coming into summer. Yes. Okay, so that's us for today. Let's get on, just do a couple of minutes of warm-up. Hopefully you guys have been doing your warm-up already, or vice versa. I'm just going to get on here now. I'm only going to need a couple of minutes. As I say, it's actually 10:30 in the morning here in New Zealand, so I've been up and about, rocking around. It's school holidays here too. So the boy's going to be running around outside while I'm doing this. Okay. But one thing we will be focusing on today is, because we're at a low rate, there's a couple of things we need to focus on, because we don't want to sit there and then rush forward. We still want to have this flow and this momentum. So it's about holding the handle back a little bit. Even though it's pulling us forward, we just got to have that real nice feeling in the arms, like, okay, you're still drawing me forward, and I can still feel myself coming up on the slide, but we don't want to be like holding it back and then not getting into the rhythm because we're like speeding up. You know, one of the classic things in rowing, especially, is people sit here and then they've got to rush into the front. Now, there are some techniques like that work quite well, but on the machine, we still want to have a reasonably good flow, because as we get up into that middle range, it's when we get to that pendulum, that momentum feeling where we're going back and forward, you know, back and forward. So while we're down on this 18, we've got a lot of time to feel the machine, feel the flow coming forward, and also resist the temptation to come in and go really strong off the front, because there's still a change in direction, but we have to be able to do it as efficient as possible. Okay, so it's coming in, feeling that load, the stretch, and then the push away. Okay, so I've done enough to get into it. Let's go ahead. Let's set some machines. Give you guys a short bit of time. Be able to do that. Okay. Okay, we've got our asensei team onto the task. Hopefully they can see what we're doing. So, as I say, before we set this again, you guys don't need to worry too much. Listen to me, I'm the boss. No, we're doing 3-minute sections in the first set, 4 minutes in the second, 4 minutes, and then 2 in the third, and then the last one's just going to be 1 minute changes. So I'll go through the ratings before each set. It's reasonably low to mid. Okay, so it's all aerobic area, just training. Yep, the last one's going to be 1 minute changes, where we just change. We start at 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Okay, all the way up. So it's only really going to be that last 4 minutes where you start to go, wow, this is getting quicker and quicker and quicker. But as I say, we're always about rhythm. We're always about flow. We're always about finding that nice, easy speed, working with the machine, working on our technique, putting ourselves in the position where we're going to get good efficiencies. We're using our body types. We're using our fitness. We're using everything like that to our benefit, okay, to get good speed, good training, good health, and well-being. Okay, so let's go. Select workout, new workout, intervals time. Okay, so we'll change that top set time to 12 minutes, and then we go down to that rest period and we go 1 minute. Okay, other than that, we should be good to go. I'll give you guys 5 or 10 seconds. Hopefully by now, intervals time, 12 minutes set time, 1 minute rest time. Let's get ready to rock and roll. Okay, so without further ado, feet in, nice and set. The other part too with lower ratings is that the machine's really going to slow down on us, and that's why we're going to work on this front end and how we pick it up. Okay, so let's click our OK button. Let's get set. I'll give you 5 seconds. I'm going to sit here at attention. All right, ready to go? So 3 minutes at 18. Are we ready? Attention. Go. So we've got plenty of time. We want to make the stroke feel as long as possible, okay? Now, when I mean long as possible, remember our sequence. Legs drive the bodies, arms hang to the finish. We want to make it feel smooth all the way through. We don't want to get to a point where we feel the legs push that and then we pull it in, okay? We want to feel everything coming back as one. There's the sequence. Okay, nice. Okay, and we're on 18. So we feel the flow. We feel the hands getting drawn forward. Okay, nice. Allows us to sit tall. Remember, soft knees, nice and supple. Body getting drawn forward. Good. Feel a good push. We want to commit to the drive. Nice. Okay, I'm really looking to hold that 18. We're trying to make it feel as consistent. The flow, everything moving at one speed in this pendulum rhythm. It's a little bit slower on the way forward, but there's still the changing direction. Okay. Remember that roll into the front gives us a good chance to feel that push away on the feet. Good. Okay. So we're coming down to make a change. Now all we're doing is just moving a little bit quicker. Here we go. Up to 19 now. Remember where it happens. The hands just move around the back. Move forward on the slide a little bit quicker. Still got a good drive. With momentum. Okay, and it's a bit of an art trying to keep on that rate. So there lies in the rhythm aspect. Okay, feel the drive. Plenty of time to push, pivot the body through the hips on the drive while we hang on to the arms, nice and long. Really good. Yeah, excellent. Okay, and if we're doing a good push, the heart rate will be coming up. Feel where the muscles are working. You should feel a long hang. You should feel those lats working. Holding on to that creation from the feet, from the legs. Legs drive the body. Okay, and we've got plenty of time to try and feel the body's coming forward through here. Okay, nice and relaxed. We don't have to be fully stretched off the back, because otherwise we get that sort of movement, which we don't want. Okay, it's got to be a flow. This is where soft knees come in. The knees are just not locked out. They've just got a tiny break, and it allows us to move forward, to get over at the hips. So just like that, we're nearly at the end of the 19. Right, up to 20. This one. Now, so 20 rate. So move a little bit quicker again. That speed of the hands. Now we're doing an extra stroke a minute. The speed will come down a little bit. Might just flash between what we were doing. Okay. But we're now back on that speed. We're finding the flow. Feel the chain nice and flat. Okay, straight forward, straight back. We can have a little bit of downward movement. Downward's fine. And we can have a little bit of upwards at the catch, but we don't want to come down and do that, because that's, if we come up on it, that's where we tend to lift with the shoulders off the front, okay? So something to think about at the catch. We're trying to get this shoulders in front of the hips through there. That allows us to be in a good position so that the legs drive. Okay, good. Shake out the shoulders. Sitting nice and tall. Feeling that core. Okay, good rhythm. Momentum. And flow. Really good. Feel that breathing, relax into it. Just listen and feel. Okay, that's good. So ready to make the change. We're going up to 21. Here we go, make the change, this one. Now, yeah, there it is. Good. Nice solid push. Good rhythm. Momentum. Looking for that one smooth drive. Feel it in the hands. Okay, feel the body sequencing. Everything opens out together. Big muscles doing the work. Little muscles just hanging on. Yeah, good. Now we're getting into this rate. We now start to feel that continuous motion around the front and back. Okay. No longer are we having to hold it forward. We're getting more appreciation for the resistance taking us back. Nice. Good. Coming down to this final minute. First set. Breathing. Heads up. Feel the push. Balls of the feet. Yeah, good. Good rhythm. Using this body that we've got creates our speed. Good. Good hang. Nice flow. Right, all the way. Good, okay. Great first set. Keep paddling it along. Temperature's getting up here. Love it. Love spring. Okay, so really good. We're going back to the 20 now, which is not far off what we finished on. So we're just coming back slightly off that free flow where we've got the 20, we will feel the speed and we'll create a little bit of momentum, but we'll still have that focus coming forward to hold our rating, okay? Not like the 18 where it felt really like slow, controlled, okay? This is back into that rhythm, into the zone. We sit back. This is pure aerobic building. Okay, here we go. On to 20. Here we go. Now. Okay, 20 rate, bread and butter. We look for good speed. 20 rating is right where we can work on technique. The technique that we want to take right through all the ratings, okay? If we do it right here, we can easily just transfer our movements. Okay, we've got resistance, we've got the push, we're working, and we've got time to think about it, okay, to be relaxed. We're not under a lot of stress or tension. We're trying to find it now, which allows us to continue as we put in more intensity through the rating. So let's focus this change in direction now around the front. We roll in and we push away. If you do struggle and you feel like you do lift off the front a little bit, okay, also have a check at your feet. Am I really comfortable at the front, or do I get a bit tight and that sort of drops my body, shoulders are back a bit like that, okay? Sometimes it can just be set up. Sometimes it's your flexibility. So we just want to try and get in that position where we can hang on to the pressure that we're creating. Okay. First and foremost, if we feel this hang under the armpits with long arms, not being up here in the shoulders, that's our most effective way of using all the big muscles first. So let's focus this hang, the relationship between the hang and the feet pushing away. So let's feel that for a second. Feel the hands, feel the feet. As we pressure the feet, the hand stays out long. Okay, opposite reactions. Nice. Okay, we work on that. Legs driving down. Body coming off the hips. That pivot. The hinge of the hips through there. Okay. Through the middle to the stroke. Nice. Yeah, good. Right, ready to change. We're only going up 1 point. A little bit more freedom. Here we go. Now, round the back. There it is. Nice. Push every stroke. Breathe. Good. Feel the body weight. Swing off the leg. Good hang. Okay, as I say, this is really good aerobic zone training. Breathing. Heart rate's coming up. Should be right in our training zone, okay? unless we're really powering it, there should be no way at the moment that we'll be working beyond ourselves. Okay. Really good finesse. Nice and loose in the hands. Remember, let it brush the body. Don't hammer it into the chest. Nice and flat chain on the draw. Arms are weak. They can only hang. They finish it through. Good. Nice. Feel the body weight coming off the legs. Hands round the finish. Good. Even now, just focusing this momentum. It's continuous motion. Trying to stay really consistent. Okay, we sit on that rhythm. We just try and hold the number. We zone into it. We be efficient. See if we can hold it there without it changing. Once we've got it there, we don't need to work harder. We just keep the efficiency. Good. Okay, so we're coming down to our change. I'm just going to free it up. We're going up to 22 strokes a minute for the last 4 minutes. Here we go. On this one. Now, remember the hands. Pendulum. Yeah, good. Tap it along. Remember to pick up the flywheel from there. Don't need to be heavy. Just continue the speed. Carry the gear. Push with the feet. Nice easy flow. Continuous motion. Right, just focus on this hands. Feel the chain wanting to draw it forward. Okay? Just almost let it go. And roll with it. Don't hold it back. Just release that tension through there. Soft knees. Good. Nice, good body sweep. Coming off the legs. If we have our arms nice and loose coming forward, letting the chain take us that way, we're more likely to have them loose through here. Okay, if we're tense here, we're more likely to be gripping it hard and holding the tension on the drive. Okay, so even now trying to stay under the armpits there with the hand with me. Just like that. Okay, focus that for a bit. No tension in the catch. Yeah, that's good. Nice. Just little ways. Find that least tension. Easy rhythm. To be more efficient. Good. Last minute. Good flow. Nice. There it is. Good hang. Continuous motion. Nice rhythm. Really good. All right, all the way. Good. Okay, really nice. Right in the training zone. Okay, if we're keeping that rhythm, we're keeping that relaxation. We shouldn't be too tense. We shouldn't be overworking it. We're just finding that consistent rhythm where we can just do it stroke and stroke again and still have clarity, still have focus. Okay, all the bits and pieces we need to just stay nice and relaxed. So quick drink if you need it. So this set, we go back, training zone again. 20 rate for 4 minutes, 22 rate for 4 minutes, and then we just do 2 minutes at 24 and 2 minutes at 26. Okay, so a little bit more freedom in the last 4 minutes of the set. Okay, here we go. Put in the pressure, moving it. Now, okay, minute, rest, just enough time to refocus, regather, wipe the sweat off, have the drink, okay, and back into the groove, building back into it. Remember, just start with the hang, start with the push, just sit back through the stroke. One continuous push in the sequence. Legs stroke the body, and the arms just carry it to the finish. Okay, good. Sit back through the stroke. Nice. Really good. Feeling that resistance pull us forward. We feel the pack up, keep coming underneath. Be proud, sit tall, okay? We don't have to be overly tall and have these big straight backs and stuff like that. Be supple, work to your body, but we know that we want to have leverage. We want to have length of stroke, length in movements, time on connection, okay? If we miss the front, it's too short, we might not be able to hit the speed that we want, okay? We want nice flow, good ratio. Good push. Nice. So let's feel that rhythm around the front again, where we left off the last piece. around the front. Long arms. Remember, we're trying to roll into the front and roll out again in one movement. Okay, we don't go stop and pull. We come in and around. Okay, around the front. Feel that around the front. We're nice and loose and supple. We come in and we use that compressive energy of our legs to push ourselves away again. And we just time it to perfection. We roll in and we push away. Straight up and out. Nice. Long arms. We're just moving that chain straight back. Trying to keep it on a plane. Using the machine. Using our bodies. When we're not putting in the energy to help us get in position. To help us maintain the efficiency. Help us with the flow. Take us back to the front. Okay? So ready to change. We're going to do 4 minutes at 22. Moving up in rate, this one. Now, hand speed. Yeah, good. There it is. Okay, we've got the flow. Let's just zone into the rhythm. Find the rhythm for a little bit. Round the back. Round the back. Feel the chain. Drawing us forward. Soft knees. Good. Nice. There it is. Yeah, really good. Good flow. Yeah, we've got a good rhythm there. We're holding our speed. We've got the ratio. We've got the hand movement. We work the drive. And we're relaxing the recovery. Breathing. Good. Good focus. Good speed. Good hang. Yeah, good. Listen to that. Take some time by yourself. Lock into the flow. Feel the ratio. There it is. It's nice. Remember, just draw those arms past the body at the finish. And then let them move around. Speed in, speed out. Good. Last minute of this. Just think about the flywheel. Picking up the speed. Tapping. Hang long. Yeah, nice and loose. Relax. Rhythm. Ratio. Yeah, nice. Good. Up to 24. Nearly missed it. Focusing on my rhythm. On to that 24 for 2 minutes. Good. Just moving the hands around the back. Yeah, good. There it is. Really feel the momentum switch around the back. From the swing, hands away. Good. Remember the change, pulling us forward pretty quickly now. Move with it. Soft knees. Good. Make sure the hands skid out over the knees a little bit. We don't want to like hit them like that. They draw the body. Getting the body ready for the next stroke with ease. Without too much effort. Okay, breathing. Relax the face. Sitting tall. We're really going to focus what we do around the front on this last change. Okay, picking speed. Around the front of the catch. Here we go, up to 26. Now, and move the hands. There it is. Good hand. Feel the pendulum. Feel the drive. Acceleration of the legs. Nice easy flow. Yeah, good. Continue this on. This is our rhythm. Work, rest. Feel the ratio. Try and release the tension. Hang on, armpit. And the lats. As we push away. Feel the change draw us forward. It's always wanting to do it. Good, okay. I was zoned out in the middle of that. It was great. Okay. Always working on the technique. Always on that flow and the rhythm. Okay. Now it's going to be quite hard the start of this last set, okay? Why? Because we just finished quite high And now we've got to go back really low. Okay, so we'll get ourselves under control. Okay, we're gonna really focus our rhythm, what we did right when we started today's workout. Okay, we're feeling a good sequence and push when we're taking our time, and every minute we're just going to increase. Okay, here we go, moving in now. Okay, so the stroke's going to feel really long and drawn out. Okay, feel the difference. It feels quite foreign. Okay, we don't want to get stuck here and then come forward. We still want to have this rhythm. Still letting the hands carry us forward. Good. Good length. We've got time to feel ourselves coming into the front. Okay, ready to change, up to 18. Remember, move the hands. Up to 19. Now, just a small change. There it is. Let's make sure we don't get tense on it. Don't grip the shit out of the handle. I'm trying to stay loose through here. Okay, good. We feel the body weight getting pushed to the finish. Nice. Good, nice pressure. Sit back. Right, up to 20 now. So we just move a little bit more. We're back onto a reasonably easy and manageable stroke rate. Bit more of a pendulum feel, more of a ratio. But feel the hang. We're going to work on the hang all the way through this last piece. Long arms. Good. Right, ready to change. Moving freedom again. Now, 21. You'll notice the legs now starting to feel a bit more accelerated. Good. Still holding that hang. Good. Round the front. Yeah, nice. Right, here we go. Ready to change up to 22. Moving this one. Now, hands. Brush the body. Move the hands away. Draws us forward. Remember, around the front, feeling out of the shoulders. Good. It's a really good rhythm there. 22. Right, looking for a bit more acceleration and hand speed. Here we go, 23. Now. So it's just a slight change. Just getting one more stroke every minute. Legs go down a bit quicker. Hands move a little bit faster. Good. Good hang. Keep that rhythm around the front. Got to make that accurate on these next changes. Here we go, 24. Now, hands. There it is. Good freedom. Nice. Sit back. Feel the bodies. Remember, just find that freedom. Tap. Rhythm, flow. Momentum. Don't work too hard. Let the sequencing happen. Sometimes we have to back off. Think about the sequence in the hands to make it feel better. Right, 25. Now, last 5 minutes. Breathe. Remember sequence. Hang. Brush the body. Good. Nice. One smooth drive all the way back. Feel the summation of forces. Breathe into it and just move. Feel that freedom. Right, 26. Here we go. Now. So remember, we don't want to feel like we're working any harder. We're just moving things quicker. Legs are going down. Body's coming off the hips. Hands are moving around the back. There it is. Think about that. Breathing. Around the front. Keep the flywheel spinning. Right, 27. Last 3 minutes. Here we go. Now, remember, nothing extra. We're doing this with flow. Hands away. Get them out of there. Around the back. Bungee's taking us forward. Good. Head up. Breathing. Feel the change in direction around the front. Hand around the back. Good. Don't worry too much about the length. Just feel the rhythm. Right, 28. Here we go. Now, remember hand speed. Just do it with hand speed and acceleration. Good. Chain taking us forward. Soft knees. Feel that core. That split second through there to there. Gets us back. Long arms. Out of the shoulders. Okay, deep breath. Last change, 29. Now, remember, not with power, hand speed, leg speed. Just move it away. Almost feel like you're finishing in front of the body. If you're trying to pull it, you're going to get stuck. Nice. Tap. Good. Yeah, nice, all the way. Nice. There it is, team. Okay, really good. Wow, she's a sweaty one. Okay, remember, don't stop. So you would have noticed there a little bit at the end that the heart rate gets right up, okay? It's really easy, and it's really one of the only ways to find your maximum heart rate is by pushing through the aerobic zone where the body's trying to stay in an aerobic zone for as long as possible, so the heart rate beats faster, 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 faster until it can't do it anymore, okay? Just click the menu, save it into your memory, okay? So back onto the heart rate thing. That's why if you're ever searching for your max heart rate, it's not going to come by short pieces. It's going to come by a long building piece, okay? Where you just slowly increase the tempo, you slowly increase the pressure, okay? Because the body wants to work in different zones. It loves to work in the aerobic zone because, hey, we can suck in as much oxygen as we can, and it's really going to help us out. The moment we switch into the anaerobic zone, okay, we push into burning hydrogen ions, producing lactic acid, you know, all the bits and pieces that are ugly because there's not enough oxygen for the muscles to recover, okay, in the blood flow. So that's why in ones like that, you might find, you know, my heart rate got up quite high. I didn't feel it. I had clarity. You have the focus, okay? And yet your heart rate's quite high because it's just beating faster and faster and faster to try and be as efficient as possible and try and not go into that real hurt zone, okay? So that's just something to take note of, that sometimes you'll feel like you're doing these real high intensity pieces, but you'll be like, man, my heart rate just wasn't that high. And it's like, yeah, well, The heart rate doesn't go that high when you're working in an anaerobic zone, okay? I could push my heart rate a lot higher on a 60-minute training at 20 to 22 rate than I ever got up to in doing my 2K tests. Okay, so that just gives you a little bit of an insight into how the physiology of the body works. So moving on to the breakdown of that while we cool down. You know, first couple of sets, really easy, just set the tone. Okay, finding that rhythm and the flow, and you'll feel that being held back. Something I did think about while I was rowing along is you should have a lot of speed going back, okay? Now, if you're chain, you think, you know what, I really struggle with rate, and it almost feels like it's a bit sluggish with my chain getting drawn back to the front, okay? Depending on how many meters your machine's done, the bungee in the bottom of the machine will get stretch, okay? So if you've got a machine that you've had for 5 or 6 years, maybe, well, however long, I would say that it takes, you know, we've used machines in the team that got 2 or 3, 4 years of constant hammering until you were like, oh, maybe it needs a bungee, okay? But maybe looking into seeing whether or not, if your machine's a little bit older, getting a new cord, getting a new bungee cord. Now you can fit it yourself. There's videos online, there's schematics that you get with it. You know, you can buy spare parts for these Concept 2 machines. And by putting that in there, it actually might really help with this momentum that I'm trying to get you guys to realize that this bloody machine here is wanting, that chain's wanting to go there, okay? It wants to take you back to the front. And we have to allow it to happen. And this is why when I was talking in the last few minutes of that last piece, let it happen, okay? All you got to do is just let it happen like that. And as you get quicker, like that's just going to go. Like if you actually went as fast as it can, it's going quicker than that, okay? And that's probably 40 plus in terms of rating. So you've got to be able to let it happen. The moment we go and we try and pull in here to the body, and then the arms are all tense and we can't get the hands out, is why people struggle a little bit with the rating. Now, a little bit of a secret, something to try, maybe in your own time. If I do full pieces at full rate, I very seldomly hammer it into the body, okay? And you probably heard me say, even feel like it just runs around the front of the body like that. Because from there to here, you do absolutely nothing to your score. Nothing, okay? So why don't you let it happen here? So if you are struggling with rate, maybe think about this finish in front. So you're drawing through here, just let it happen, okay? Go off, changing direction. Off, changing direction, okay? You don't have to go and get it away. I guarantee you, you won't go any slower. What you'll do is you'll go faster because now you'll be rating a point higher. Okay, so that's something to have a think about as well when you start getting up into it, because it's a very, very common mistake. And I'm not going to say it's a mistake. It's just a common thing that everybody thinks that, yeah, I'm going to pull with the arms through here and it's going to give me more speed. Okay, it doesn't give you any more speed. It makes you more tired. Okay, and so that's why when I talk about that efficiency, the arms are so weak compared to all of this, that even when you start getting up into that high rating stuff, it is just about how quickly you can move this to get back over. Okay, so even sometimes the exercise, when I talk about the core, is as you take the drive, because I don't have a handle here, if I want to get back over, how do I do it? So at the same time as allowing the chain to go back, there's a moment of tension with the abs where it goes through there. Okay, so you engage the core and then it goes over, and now I've switched the core off. But from here to there is where the core comes in. And that's why when you're actually sitting on the rowing machine for a long period of time, if you've got that engagement of core right here and here, you're doing a sit-up nearly every bloody stroke, okay? And that's why we talk about whole body workout. we've got arms, we've got legs, we've got back, we've got core, you've got coming up onto your shins. And so the same at the front, there's only just a tiny little bit of engagement in the core, like right here, as you engage the feet, the hands, the lower back and the core, and you go and you take the stroke. So it comes in and around. So you're going in and around in that uncomfortable position. Okay, so just a couple of little tips, little pointers, because ultimately, what are we trying to do here, everybody? Trying to go faster. Okay, so great workout. I'll just double check, see if we've got any questions. I've been rambling on a little bit about all of that. Hugh, too late to run Scotland. Yeah, okay, so sorry, what I was saying before, team, as well, was that we, over the next little while, what we're going to do is we'll double check with all the times, because we had daylight savings change in New Zealand, so we got a bit screwed up on that. But obviously, we're trying to get a good number of people around the world to get on the machine at one time. Okay, so if we've got anyone in Aussie, New Zealand that wants to do it, they can do it now in the early mornings. Obviously, it's end of the day in the US, but yeah, it's midnight and shit over in the UK. So next week we'll do one at sort of 5 a.m. New Zealand time, which will probably be about 5 p.m. UK. Maybe is it 6 o'clock Eastern? Central European time. Not sure, but we'll basically just switch between those two for the next little while, just so we cover a good base of people that are able to get on the machine. It's the weekend for you guys. It's start of the week for us, so it sort of works out perfectly. Rachel, these sessions are great. Thank you. I'd appreciate some advice on 5 foot nothing, and I really struggle on the low stroke rates to get anywhere near a decent 500 meter split time. Any tips? But Rachel, what is decent? Okay, there's decent for you. There's decent for me. There's decent for somebody else. It's really about working to your fitness. Okay, so some people in the high end of stuff are doing mid 140s, struggling to get into a fitness zone heart rate. Okay, some people are doing 2 minutes and getting to there. Some people are doing 2 minute 20s. Some people are doing 2 minute 30s, 40s, whatever it might be. Okay, so it's really just about, especially at that low rate for you, just getting that nice long stroke, getting as long as you can, getting the flexibility so you're out the front, and then just getting the connection so you're connected right out here and it's all the way through the stroke until you release it just before that body, okay? And then you get the flow forward. And it's just consistently doing that so the heart rate gets up. And because you're a little bit shorter, what you're really trying to do is maximize your length as much as possible. So if you are quite flexible, lifting your feet up a little bit still so you can get a good enough reach out the front. And if you lean back a little bit at the finish, it doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. The longer you can take the arc of the handle, the arc of the handle, if you can get it from here to here, it gets a good speed. If you can make the arc of the handle from here to here, okay, you get even longer speed. So it is really about that length at the same time, because you can be really powerful and really short, but you'll get the same speed as somebody that's a little bit longer and not as powerful. Okay, so utilizing that length, staying connected all the way through, and just remember the speed, it's the speed, the drag and everything is so different to every single person. And all we're trying to do is get a consistent speed. So if I said to you, I want you to do 20 minutes at 20 rating, I want you to have a really nice split. So if you looked every 5 minutes, it's almost the same speed, okay? And that's what you're trying to achieve. So I hope that helps. David, splits coming down as stroke rate increases, but not all accounted for by increase in stroke rate. Yeah, that's the one thing. So as you increase it, as you go along, it will increase slightly. And sometimes it looks like it doesn't change at all, okay, because it's flickering in between. But in the background, it will be, because on the machine, it doesn't give you points. So you could be sitting there at 2 minute splits, right, at whatever rating, and it could actually be reading a 159.6. But because it doesn't show that, because there's a rounding system that works in the concept too, that's why you won't see it. So even though you've been sitting at 2 minutes for, say, whatever rating before that, it might have actually been 2 minutes 0.5. And now you've gone down. So you've actually increased by nearly a split by only changing one rate. Okay, so it's just the way that it works in the system. Gerard, how would you break the training week between power strokes, endurance, and speed work? Okay. If it was my opinion, I'd be doing, you've got to do, let's say if you were really keen, you're going to do 6 training sessions a week, whether that's across the board, different types. I'd be doing 2 to 3 of just good low aerobic rate. Okay, light row, steady, and then I'd break the other 3 up, and I'll do one at high intensity, 1 power strokes pyramids, and the other one, in between. Okay, so there's thoughts of training around high intensity, doing a whole lot of high intensity. That does work if you want to build a lot of muscles and be beach fit, and really only last for things that are a couple of minutes long. But if you want to be fit and healthy, and you want to go on bushwalks, and you want to do a lot of swimming or biking, that sort of thing, you have to do aerobic work. So you have to do that time, so that if you do go for a bike ride that's an hour and a half with your mates, or whatever you're trying to do, or you're going for a run, or you're going to be working out in the garden, or doing whatever for a long period of time, you need that aerobic endurance to be able to do it. So it is really difficult to sort of say, oh, look, you should do this, this, and this. But ultimately, all you're really trying to do is find what suits you as a person. And for me, I'm definitely an aerobic person. I'm not really. I do a bit of high intensity stuff, but as I say, it's really only that sort of once a week area that I'll get up into it. Just because I know that for me, the aerobic stuff burns off my fat. It allows me to drink my beers and eat my pizza and my chips and all the other bits and pieces. And so that's really how I break it down myself. So, if you want, there's a whole lot of different people that do programs. There's types of things, and it's also around your goals, your aspirations, what you're trying to achieve at the same time. So, but you've got to have a mixture, in my opinion, and you want to just break it up. So you don't want to go 2 endurance, 2 like power pyramid, and then 2 high intensities at the end. You want to sort of go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, if that makes sense. That's pretty much how most people would structure it, so you get a good mixture. Okay, right. Thanks, team. Till next time. As I say, next week we'll be a little bit earlier, so we'll get on the times. We'll get it sorted. Bloody daylight savings time screws everything up. We know how that works, and we possibly know that in a few weeks, months, whatever, then other people are probably coming in or out of daylight savings as well at the same time. So that's just the way the world works. Those are the changing seasons. Thanks, everyone, from here at Asensei. Looking forward to you tuning in next time. Remember, stay safe, social distance, wear a mask, listen to the professionals. Dare I say it, stay off social media. Anyone, watch The Social Dilemma. It's crazy. Don't believe fake news. Okay, right. Thanks, team. All the best. Have a great week. Hope your weekend's been enjoyable, and we'll see you next time. Peace.